PSO2 New Genesis is a brand new MMO coming out in 2021 made by the same people who made, you guessed it, Phantasy Star Online 2. The game boasts a wealth of features even for a beta, from class-subclass combos, a sick open world with fluid movement, high velocity combat, and large breasts. And if you're feeling really saucy, even larger breasts. Jesus, and when you load in you're a bigger titty anime waifu, what the fuck? Jesus. Jesus. What the fuck? Whoa. Story is, you're an Arc Defender and you came from a meteor and your goal is to fight these baddies that seemingly came out of nowhere called the dolls. Along the way, you'll encounter wild and endangered species that we will exterminate with extreme prejudice, and I'm going to tell you what that was like. Let's get the most obvious thing out of the way first. The game looks stunning. They did an amazing job here of making the sci-fi world look believable, and I found myself stopping to take it all in multiple times during this test. This is an impressive feat to accomplish with someone like me who loves to min-max the fun out of everything he does. MMO gamers in particular often fall into the trap of just get me from point A to point B. Fuck exploring and finding things, just get me the most optimal route to endgame so I can start min-maxing. And this game, you actually get rewarded for exploring with shrines, cocoons, sorry, where you can do random challenges that serve to teach you the game and give you rewards as well. Also, for those who have played the beta, screw with the cocoon where you have to kill that guy in 50 seconds. I hated it. I tried it like 6 times. No! 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 I was right there! I'm sucking my own cock right after this stream is over. Jesus, I'm angry. I didn't have to take it that far. Now on to the enemies that fill the world. The enemies we have seen so far all have pretty unique designs that play into their fighting style, like Rock Monkey, Queen Bee, Fighter Bird, Laser Lamb, Laser Dog, Laser Gun, Laser Man, Laser, etc. To add to that, the way I see it is, when I'm fighting these enemies, I need to feel like what I'm doing has an impact, or it needs to make me feel like I have a big electronic penis, both of which PSO2 New Genesis do pretty well. The combat feels solid, so all these enemies are really fun to fight, and the movement plays into the combat, allowing you to jump around monsters and hit weak spots and such. One thing I thought was a nice little detail that they added to combat was that invincibility frames, which are the time that you are invincible during a certain animation, are more apparent because if you dodge successfully, you get this beautiful little ding sound that makes you nut every time you hear it. On the note of combat, I have always considered buying health potions and or gathering the materials to craft them out in the open world more of an inconvenience than anything else, considering usually they're pretty cheap. And New Genesis, however, it has resolved this by just littering potions all over the galaxy, along with revives. Well done, PSO team. However, I must say some very bleak events came as a result of this. Hey, you! I hear you over there. You want to help me with this thing? Maybe you want to like forget the main enemy of this game, you know, the dolls or whatever. Who cares about the dolls? Can you like, you know, help me? Oh, he got fucked up by the doll. Now the doll's after me! Come on! What the fuck? This guy's garbage. He died to a level 3? He died to a level 3 gunner? He's just standing there. Stop saying thanks and fucking play the game. What is this guy doing? What is happening right now? Please. No, don't come over here now. You're just gonna get fucked up by that guy. Yeah, okay, this guy, he's doing 9 damage. He's doing 9 damage. Yeah, leave. Oh. Okay, revive me, and then you can leave. Hello? Hello? What are you doing? Revive. Then he ran over, wouldn't revive me, and then fucking died. It's not like he didn't have a revive. This is a revive. Speaking of the other schmucks in this game, the world requires you and encourages you to go out and get people in your squad to complete tasks. It goes like this. You find a mysterious creature out in the open world, you rally the troops, and then you die anyway. This is a feeling I haven't had since the early days of BDO. And the fact that there's a giant overleveled doll that appears only when it's thunderstorming excite me for what other things they'll do with their world. And I'm genuinely excited to make friends and party up with my fellow degenerate weebs. While you're in town, you have access to quick and easy class changes. I'm not sure if it'll be paid on the full release or not, but in the CBT it was free to change classes. You get a subclass and a main class. Your Dom class has most of the control of your character unless you use any and all of the abilities from that class, while with your subclass, you only get to pick and choose certain abilities. The cool thing about this system is that it allows you to try different classes without too much investment. Thinking about some of the potential combinations that could come out of this is pretty cool. Like for example, the combo I use a lot in the beta was beating the boss till it has a black eye like it's Mike Tyson's Punch Out, then pulling out Cloud Strife's Limit Break as a finisher. Considering how solid the closed beta was, I had to look pretty hard for gripes, but here goes. Look at this weeb ass swordsman. What is this? I can't see anything he's doing. And that's not because he's too fast for the human eye like all weebs think they are. No, that's because 32 players are currently running a train on him. This is a common issue with action MMORPG because of the way the camera is positioned, as well as the fact that bosses' attacks aren't telegraphed on the ground, and you have to dodge them based on various tells. Well, unfortunately, I can't see the tells because the boss is the size of my dick. The story seems really generic for face value, but for those of you that have played Final Fantasy XIV, you know that generic can turn into PTSD inducing very quickly, so I'll reserve judgment. Content library is one of my biggest concerns, as it always is with any MMO. It's nice to have a variety of things to do in a game, and a nice big world to explore, but we'll see how that pans out when the game actually launches. Also, as far as I know, the keyboard mapping customization isn't really on par with other games using this drop-down menu system. I don't know if they plan on changing it, but I hope they do because I like having my keys binded to whatever I want them to be binded to. So, pros and cons. For the pros we have, the world looks awesome, you can take lots of pictures. Sprint and gliding system feels really good. I like the 2-class system and its versatility, it's pretty awesome. I didn't talk about the character creation because the devs talked it to death, but it's pretty solid. Enemy designs are great, the combat feels good and dynamic. The sticker system is degenerate and I love it. Pretty much for the cons we got. Limited keyboard mapping, I really hope they do something about this. Some of the boss's size makes it difficult to see their actions in combat. But the stuff I'm really curious about on the full release, content library, as well as the fairly generic story. But for now, let me show you all what it looks like when all of this stuff comes together. So what's my final verdict for the closed beta test, you might ask? Block out of 10, best game 2021.